Okay, so we're having a look at exercise 1F. Okay, here in our books. And after that introduction, one of the important things that we've always got to do is take note of these key ideas, which was highlighted to us in the introduction. But when you're multiplying by 10, 100, 1,000, etc., each digit moves to the left by the number of zeros. So in the case of 10, it would move to the left by 1 0. In the case of 100, by 2, by 1,000, 3, and so on. So let's have a look at a couple of questions. Question 4, let's have a look at C. All right, 183 times 10. When you're doing these in your exercise book, you should be setting them out like this. So I'm going to do 4C, and 4C was 183 times 10. Now, I can always do the algorithm. Okay, I could always set it out like this and do the algorithm. That's fine. But what I actually want to do is I want to try to work out some mental strategies of multiplying this where I don't need that algorithm. So in this case, remember, if we're multiplying by a 10, you just look at the amount of zeros. Okay, so in this case, there's 1 0. So that means our decimal point will move from here once to the right. So our answer will become 1,830. Okay, let's have a look at question F. It's a little bit more complicated. So once again, 4F, and 4F is 630 multiplied by 100. Okay, so once again, we have 2 zeros here. All right, so we move the decimal place, which is here, even though it's not written down, it's always there. And we move the decimal place twice to the right. So our answer will be 630, and we put in those extra 2 zeros. So we end up with 63,000. Okay. Let's have a look at question 5. Now in question 5 it says, use the strategy in example 9b to find these products. So in that example, what it actually does is, and let's have a look at, let's go with this one to start off with, 36 times 40. So we've got 36 times 40. Now when you're multiplying by a number that is a 10, so like 30, 40, 50, or hundreds, or 200s, or 300s, that has zeros after the initial number, you can actually move this 0 to the side for the moment and just do 36 times 4. Now, if you don't know what 36 times 4 is, you can always use the algorithm. Okay, so 4 times 6 is 24. And 3 times 4 is 3, 6, 9, 12, plus the 2, which is 14. And then all you do is you bring that 0 back on at the end, okay, to give you the answer. All right, so you can take the 0 away and then you can put it back on. If you know what 36 plus 36 plus 36 plus 36 is, all right, 144, you can do it immediately. So 436s are 144, and then you add that 0 back in. Okay, let's have a look at one of the more complicated ones from here, even though they're all quite simple, really, if you use that strategy. So 5G is 317 times 200. okay? And in 5G, once again, let's just get rid of these two zeros. Let's forget about them at the moment and do 317 times 2, okay? Once again, you can use the algorithm if you want. If you don't know what it is, you can add it up like this, all right? You don't necessarily have to know it off the top of your head. All we're looking for is 2 times 317. So in this case, that'll give us 634, okay? And then we add in our 2 zeros, all right? Which gives us 63,400. So when you're multiplying with a number like this or like this, drop off the zeros, do the multiplication, and then add them back in at the end. Alright, let's have a look at the next one. So this one says use the multiplication algorithm to find these products. Alright, so this is where we do have to use the algorithm. Let's have a look at F. Two of my least favourite times tables. So that's 6F. 416 multiplied by 98. Alright. So, once again, when you're working with this, and we've done this algorithm before, because we're dealing with tens now, things change a little bit. Okay, we need to do an addition at the end. So 8 times 6, 48. Put it up there. 1 times 8 is obviously 8. Plus the 4 gives us 12. Carry the 1. 4 8s are 32. Plus the 1 gives us 33. Now we're on to the 9. Okay, we've just done the 8. Now we're on to the 9. And because it's a 10, we need to put in a 0 down here. Alright. So 9 times 6 is 54. So we put the 4 down here, the 5 up there because we're going to carry it. 9 times 1 is 9. Plus the 5 gives us 14. Carry the 1. And 9 times 4, 36. And once again, we add that 1, which gives us 37. Alright, so all of our place values are lined up down here. Okay, and now all we do is we add them up. So 8 plus 0 equals 8. 2 plus 4, 6. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. Carry the 1. And we get 40,768. Okay, really important to practice that algorithm. And let's finally have a look at a problem solving one. So Waldo buys 215 metres of pipe at $28 per metre. Okay, what is the total cost? So we need to work out the total cost of 215 metres if it costs $28 per metre. So all we do here for this one, it's question 8, 218 times 28. Okay. Once again, because this isn't a 0 here, we need to use the actual algorithm, okay, to do our calculations. So 8 times 8, 64. 8 times 1 is 8, plus the 6 is 14. 2 times 8 is 16, plus the 1 is 17. Move to the tens, so we need to add in a 0. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 1 is 2, plus the 1 is 3. And 2 times 2 is 4. Now all we do is add them up. 4, 10, 11, 6. So, in this instance, make sure you answer it correctly because it's problem solving. So, Waldo's total cost would be $6,104. Okay. Hopefully that helps.